it's Stephen King. I actually think you'd really like it. This crazy Christian girl burns the whole school down. I mean, obviously this isn't... Jay? Look, you know that I don't think you'd ever... And I didn't say anything, you know. Mr. Green grilled me for like a half hour. I would not rat on you, whatever happened. You know that, right? But Jay, will you just say something, just so... You could smell it, Jay. I mean, down the hall. Let me see. No. I know. There. You don't want that to get infected. It'll get all gross and puffy and shit.
Jason, how many times can people say one name in an hour, right? Jesus Christ.
Hey, will you take it easy with him? Can't you see he's in distress?
Oh, he is?
After the day he's had?
Elizabeth, what are you still doing here? Do your parents know you're here?
I didn't want him to be alone. He's freaked out of his mind. Everyone's screaming at him all day.
Look, I'll be brief. I don't have much time with him here, all right? If you want what's best for him, then I need you to give us some space.
Are they going to press charges? Is he... What's going to happen to him?
Will you call your mother and get a ride home, please?
Yeah, I was just going. Bye, Jay.
Jason. Jesus, man. I mean, you're a good kid, right? That's what everyone's been saying that all day, so what the hell happened here? Hey, look, I know you feel like you can't talk to anyone right now, but it would really help if we could understand what went down. You saw the state Michael was in, all right? Everybody's freaked out of their minds. Hey, I don't have time for the strong silent act here, all right? Someone has to assess the situation on your end, and you don't want it to be the police. Because let me tell you, it's not going to end well for you, Jason. Look, we might be able to fix this, but you have to work with me, okay?
You're not supposed to do that in here.
Yeah, well.
Am I gonna go to jail? Or
Jail? You're like...
or juvie or something?
Well, that depends on what you say next. So choose your words carefully.
I didn't mean to hurt him so much. I swear, I didn't. He was just... He was pushing my buttons, you know? Trying to get a rise out of me, like on purpose. And I couldn't think straight, and then he got up all in my face, and... I don't know, it just happened.
What happened exactly, Jason?
I set him on fire.
How? Just take me through it here, all right, Jason? Because I'm not getting it, and neither is anyone else. So, your friend Elizabeth...
Punky.
Yeah, I am not calling her that.
Fine. Okay, Liz, that.
Okay. Sure. From what Liz said, seems like maybe you struck a match? I mean, how did it happen? Were his clothes doused with gasoline? What?
No, she said, like, I just did it. He just went on fire.
People don't just go on fire, Jason. Look, if this was planned, if you or Elizabeth or somebody else doused his clothes with gasoline,
It
then
just
I need
happens sometimes, all right? When I freak out, I don't mean to. I look at something and then it goes. It's never been that bad before. Usually it's just pieces of paper or pine cones.
pine cones.
And I only know once it's too late. You know how, like, you can kind of see how something's going to end right when it starts? Yeah, you don't believe me. I get it. I'm like, what's her name? Carrie?
Carrie?
Yeah, she burned her school down. It's Stephen King.
Yeah. When you talk to the police, you might not want to make that comparison. Christ, fine, pine cones. Why don't you tell me about Michael Newley?
Something you don't already know? He's a fucking asswipe.
Look, Mike has sustained permanent medical damage. If I were you, I'd tread lightly.
Well, if I were you, I'd go fuck myself.
What do you think this is? You think this is funny? Because you just burned Michael's head permanently, and he's going to need surgery. He is going to be damaged for life. You don't even feel a little bit guilty.
Oh, like Mike Newley is such a saint? Well, you want to talk about permanent damage, Mr. Green?
Jason,
Oh, I'm sorry. Am I not allowed to bring up shit like that? Well, I'm just supposed to sit here and get set up like some delinquent who burned an innocent star student? Everyone knows who Mike is. Everyone knows the kind of shit he pulls again and again and again. Everyone knows what he gets away with. What, because his parents own the school
they don't
or something?
own the school.
Well, he's a good kid? Is that the story?
You have no authority to dispense whatever kind of vigilante justice you see fit.
Look, you
It's
were
not-
already working here when everything with Amanda happened? Right. His folks try to sweep that under the rug, but we all remember. Mr. Green, hey, you don't want me to go to jail. Wait, do you? I'm 17, man. I'm just... Look, I'm sorry, okay? I didn't think it was going to go down like that. I didn't think at all. I just... Look, I'm a kid, man. Do you want to send a kid to jail? What do you need me to say? I'm sorry. I didn't mean what I said. Look, about Mike. I mean, that wasn't what I wanted to happen. It wasn't planned, and he wasn't doused or anything like you said. You have student witnesses; they can tell you he was normal before it happened.
Do you have any kind of relationship with Elizabeth, besides his friends and classmates?
With Punky? Why does that matter?
I'm just trying to understand.
Well, okay, well, that's kind of none of your business, Mr. Green. I mean, it's a stupid question. I'm just saying it doesn't concern you either way.
Jason, if the only one that can corroborate your story about Mike is your girlfriend, it's not going to go very well for you.
Yeah, well, Punky's not my girlfriend, man. She's just a girl I hang out with. Stupid question. I don't get on your ass for having guy friends.
Okay, fine, but have you ever thought about it that way?
That's inappropriate, right? For you to ask me that?
Inappropriate, Jason? You set a boy on fire. If you don't want to go to jail, you need to be easy to work with, or hell, at least mildly cooperative, okay? You're bringing my personal life into this. You're dredging up Amanda Wright.
Dredging up? Jesus, man, phrasing.
Dude, you know that is not what I mean.
Okay, the point is, I'm not Punky's type. Like, at all. she's a trustworthy witness. I know she hangs around with people who aren't, and she dates total assholes, and she got caught smoking in the dark room with Chris Kay and everything.
She was involved with Kenny Albright last year.
Yeah,
right?
but she never did coke with him. I know that for a fact. She just kind of messed up, you know, because of everything with her dad. I try not to get on her case about the guys she dates, but she's reliable. She's actually like really, really smart, and she can back me up. Look, Mike Newley came at me, man. He was aggravating me because he knows he won't get in trouble, and because he hates me. And I didn't mean to burn him, but if you get into it, it was self-defense.
Hates you? Jason, why do you think Mike Newley hates you?
Look, I don't know what kind of answer you're fishing for, man. It's not like how people hate you. I don't know, I'm not from his part of town. I'm barely from the school's district, and he doesn't like that I'm quiet.
I've been here for 2.5 years. You are not quiet.
I mean, when he comes at me, he tries to push my buttons, and it pisses him off that I don't do anything. He wants me to freak out, to punch him or get mad or something.
Why don't you?
No, because I knew I was going to burn him, man. I don't give a shit that you don't believe me. I knew this was going to happen if I let him get me mad, and it fucking did. I just couldn't stop this time, okay? I just wanted to show him that he's a goddamn idiot to do stuff like that. That if he keeps getting in people's faces like that, eventually someone's gonna snap. Because he didn't learn his lesson with Amanda. Because stuff like that doesn't get to guys like him. Because when someone breaks, but he just gets a slap on the wrist. He doesn't learn. You were there. Hell, you talked to her, right? You and everyone else turned a blind eye to what was going on. Why?
Jason,
Because he's rich? I knew Amanda Wright, okay? She lived a block down from me. She was fine, healthy, smart, well-adjusted. I mean, she was going to be a social worker. She wasn't unstable or whatever the fuck.
That is not what this conversation is about.
He smacked the back of my head and I went hot. That's what happened. Is this conversation over?
That's not what Elizabeth said. Okay, she said she saw Mike come up to you in the hall. She said the two of you exchanged a few words, quietly with no struggle. And then you touched him and he burst into flames. What did Mike say to you, Jason? Look, the Newleys don't want this to go to trial, okay? They don't want you in jail. The school, the family, they don't need the attention. So if you're proved to be not a threat, then they'll be satisfied with you being expelled from the school. But I don't know that you're not a threat, do I? If what you said is true, if you can really make things go on fire, then I need to know that this kind of thing will not ever happen again. I need you to prove that you don't need to be behind bars. I need you to tell me what Mike said. Hey, don't shut me out like this. Okay? I don't want you to get away from me. I don't want them to... I mean, is something wrong with me? Am I the problem, Jason? If it seems to you like I don't try, I swear to you, I did. But young people, everything is life or death with you. Right now, it feels like this is all there ever will be, right? But there's a whole world out there. I don't want you to lose that because I couldn't do my job. So if you want to move on from this, if you want to live and grow up and put this all behind you, then there is only one way. What did Mike say to you?
He said, hey, you know Liz, right? You know how you just can kind of see how something's going to end right when it starts? So I'm going to get expelled then? Yeah.
Yeah, that's most likely.
And then what?
Then I'll get fired, I suppose.
Yeah, you probably will. See, if you just let me go to jail and be a psycho pyromaniac, I mean, I don't know, you have a chance at least, right?
Yeah, maybe.
That's what they want, isn't it? I'm out, you're out, school gets a new counselor, everyone forgets about this. Doesn't that make you sick? It just makes my blood boil, you know? Knowing that? Mr. Green, if you had a second chance with Amanda, do you think you could save her?
I don't know. That's.
You'd have to put yourself on the line. You'd have to make sure that all the stuff Mike did, I mean, it all came out. You'd have to sacrifice yourself, maybe.
I don't know, Jason. That.
Mike got what he deserved, I'd do it again.
Jason.
And I'd make it known through this school, through this town, through the world, that if there were other Mike Newleys out there, they'd be next.
Jason, I can't.
I burned him for everything he did to Amanda Wright, plain and simple. They can ask him about that in court if they want.
You don't know what you're doing.
I wasn't going to tell anybody any of this, but now I'm happy to give a detailed confession to the police and the news and everyone. You got it out of me, Mr. Green, and they're all going to know it. It's all thanks to a brilliant guidance counselor. In a way, I guess you could say that you saved the school.
Dad, I didn't ask you for this, Jason.
It's not for you.
Oh, hey, sorry, I didn't know it. Jay, they're here for you.
You have everything you need, Mr. Green? If you're a report, I mean, can you take care of things from here without me?